ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: فمن أحب أن يزحزح عن النار ويدخل الجنة فلتأته منيته وهو يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر وليأت الناس ما يحب أن يؤتى. من أحب أن يزحزح عن النار ويدخل الجنة فلتأته منيته وهو يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر وليأتي إلى الناس ما يحب أن يؤتى إليه. This hadith is a principle in how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guarantees for you Jannah if you do the following, which is basically relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and relationship with people. You have to perfect both. You cannot be good with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and bad with people, or the other way around. Look at the hadith. He said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, anyone who likes to be moved away from the hellfire and admitted to Jannah, and we know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about moved away from the hellfire. قال in Surah Ali Imran, فَمَنْ زُحْزِحَ عَنِ النَّارِ وَأُدْخِلَ الْجَنَّةِ فَقَدْ فَازَ. The ultimate success is to not go to hell and to enter the Jannah. It's either way. You have hell and Jannah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala confirmed it in both. You're not going to hell and you're going to Jannah. So he said, if you like this and you want to be one of those, فَلْتَأْتِهِ مَنِيَّتُهُ. When death comes to you, and it will come to you and to me and everyone, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ. Every soul will taste death, definitely. Okay, when death comes to you, what state you will be in? Believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, فَلْتَأْتِهِ مَنِيَّتُهُ وَهُوَ يُؤْمِنْ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ. When death comes to you and you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you believe that He is your creator, He is your sustainer, He is your ruler, He is the one and the only one who does everything and creates everything, has no partners, has no children, has no wife, nothing related, is not compared to human being in any way. If you believe in that, and you believe in the day of judgment, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to gather you and going to see your final result. You're created here for a test, and the day of judgment, you go to see your result. And the result of the test decides, you going to be moved away from the hellfire and enter the Jannah, or, may Allah forbid, going to hellfire. So the meaning, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, that I created the human and the jinn for nothing but to worship. So your life is a test. And in this life, you're supposed to be worshiping 24/7. What does that mean? In the masjid? No. Anything you do, you live by the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have the intention that you're doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you are living 24/7 worshiping. When you sleep, you're worshiping. When you eat, you're worshiping. When you play, you're worshiping, as long as you have the intention that I sleep, so I have strength, so I can do my job. I worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. and I'll eat the same thing, and I'll play the same thing, then you lived according to that. Now you perfected the relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then he added sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَلْيَأْتِ النَّاسِ مَا يُحِبُّ أَنْ يُؤْتَى إِلَيْهِ. And then deal with people the way you like to be dealt with. It can never, the scholar said that this is such a short statement that you can write books about it. Just before you speak, before you act, before you do anything, take the position of the other person. Do you like it to you? Do you like someone to say this to you? Or to treat you this way? Or to sell you that? Or to lie to you? Or to cheat you? Or to harm you? Or to act arrogantly towards you? Do you like that? No one likes it. No one in the normal state of a human being likes any of that. Then deal with people the same way you like to be dealt with. These are the teachings of the Islam, and this is the simplicity of Islam. This is the beauty of Islam, that subhanallah, the majority of the Muslims came to Islam because of the treatment of the Muslims when they go and buy and sell, merchants. Most people accepted Islam in India and Indonesia and all of that through Muslims who are just traveling, buying and selling. From the way they deal, from their honesty, from their goodness, from their treatment to other people, attracts people. And that's why they say people may not be able to read Islam or learn Islam, but they can read you. They can look at you and learn from you. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ promised us that before the end of time, Islam will enter every home. Islam will enter every home, whether it is in cities or in deserts or anywhere on this earth. Islam will be there, and people would hear about Islam, and people would know that this is the religion that people live in peace with. The complete opposite of what people say about it. Everything they say about Islam, Islam is the opposite of that. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised us and told us that وَلَا يَزَالُونَ يُقَاتِلُونَكُمْ حَتَّى يَرُدُّوكُمْ عَنْ دِينِكُمْ إِنِ اسْتَطَاعُوا. They will continue to fight with you, whether it is by the media or in person or in any means, until they change you from this beautiful religion called Islam, if they can. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised, and He said, يُرِيدُونَ لَيُطْفِئُوا نُورَ اللَّهِ بِأَفْوَاهِهِمْ وَيَأْبَى اللَّهُ إِلَّا أَن يُتِمَّ نُورَهُ. They want to extinguish the light of Islam, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refused that to happen. Meaning Islam will shine, and will shine even stronger. The more you attack Islam, the more Islam shines. And brothers, subhanallah, I was just in the car, leaving the car, and a brother approached me, smiling, and yes, brother, can I ask you a question? Yeah. Actually, I thought he was one of the students here in the beginning. And then he said, how to be a Muslim? I said, how to be a Muslim? You want to become a Muslim? And he said, yeah. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. And I said, subhanallah. I said, have you talked to someone? He said, no. I said, you know any Muslim? He said, no. I said, well, how did you learn about Islam? He said, from the media and from the books here and there. And he's with us. Where's Brother Rodriguez? And surprisingly, we have another surprise for you, but right now, we'll see Brother Rodriguez.